Today, we are ranking every single Total Rush player. Good energy, good vibes, a lot of optimism on the horizon. We have broken rank 1 foot champs debatable in the pine. Shall we begin? Run up the comment sections. If you're brand new, it's free to subscribe. Alexander Arnold. Let's roll right into it. Over delivers, does not disappoint, precision, passing, physicality, positioning. I like it all. Rank 1. I didn't think this would be the case.
The strike is there!
Even with promos, typically we talk about him being an in-betweener, not finding his best role. This item is a little different. Pateas, absolute filth in the midfield. You can count on her. She got a crazy finesse. Just controls as you wish. Has that presence, has that aura. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. You got the glasses on, no black eye today. Seeing you in the comments. And I will say this, if you cannot afford the upgrade to the 91, go get yourself a gold Pateas. You will not be disappointed. Arnold, you don't need him. There's no rotation for him. To the pine. Asp, I'd love to have him higher. I just think he falls into this, where do you play him? Not really premium or physical. I have the size to be a competitive center back. He's not quick enough or having some of the agility of the side to side to be a prominent fullback. And you end up with a pine scenario. Bernstein, I don't love her. From the rolls to the usage rate, she's 5'4", looking like a pro club's item. The passing isn't that good. You're probably not gonna play her to the best of her ability out wide or centrally. It just puts me into a position of being conflicted daily, and I hope that you don't pack them on the daily, or that you're including them in the squad or off the bench. There's just no rotational minutes. A lot of pine early. Ben Rama, will give him a debatable. You could get by. Some of you might make a case. If anything, I find him to be more likely to be incorporated as a super sub, but we still need those. Cristiano Ronaldo, massive. And I will say this, some of the players in Total Rush did not receive a big enough upgrade to justify their price. We make these lists based around solely ability, but Cristiano in particular, we know about the 5-star skills and the ability to finish, and he's got built-in aerial, even if it doesn't give him that detailed stat line. He's got the power shot plus. The simple truth, this is an upgrade that we needed to put him into that next level. +7 pace, +6 physical. That's not light. Kevin De Bruyne, more of the same. If there was one area for concern, and I'm not going to tell you that he's now turning on a dime or that he's the most responsive player, but you needed more kicker in the midfield. Frankie De Jong, one of my favorite midfielders on the year. I lean him a little more into rank 1. Broken still has a separation. That's where I stand, and I'm sticking to it. Di Lorenzo, you will not be disappointed. I sort of want him in rank 1. I might start him out in foot champs. If you're new to these streets, we do a full review at the end of the video. Do not go anywhere. If you'd like to lock in with your setup, I'm talking lights, camera, action. We have Elgato, everything. That will be linked down below. Diogo, nice with it. If I lean him into rank 1, Di Lorenzo's gonna have to join him. That should not be a hot take. If you've used and abused, you do not question. It's good SPC material. He might surprise you, the Ukrainian. I'm giving him a debatable. Won't be for everyone. Elmas, you do not know and you do not need. Fantas, no. MLS guys, the price was right. They're free. You were completing them, but most of them aren't going to make it heavy into your rotationals. If anything, you use them in rush. Gomez, cheap SBC. I'm not going to sit here and oversell you on Gomez, but he might surprise you. Griezmann, he's just so dangerous. But this is one of those players, the upgrade isn't that big from his gold item, but his gold item is still top quality, top drawer, maybe the best finesse shot in the game. And his turning, the quick movement, the left stick dribbling, I can't not have him broken. This guy is roasting the opposition. He is putting in work. Guerrero will surprise you. Foot champs. We got someone in the category. I'm going to have Iago Aspas joining them in foot champs. I don't want to discredit, but there always seems to be something missing just a tad bit. He should be better. If you read off the stat lines and the newspaper numbers, you'll sit here and make a case, Detective Aspas, and say, this guy is going to be one of the best. He's going to be the greatest. But when you use him, I'm not sure it's that clear. Ito, I don't think so. I'll slide him into a debate, but I might be on some friendly motion. The price is right. Iwobi, I believe many of you will be 50-50. The strongest case in favor, and others that say maybe a little bit too wide body wasn't for you, or you couldn't figure out the best place to play him. I have been pleasantly informed. Not surprised. Lauren James is cooking. I've talked about this. The Trickster Plus. Her fake shots are everywhere. The physicality, the finishing. She's the real deal. Not moving the needle. Lewandowski to broken. This is the upgrade you needed. Again, the pace is there. The finishing has always been some of the best. Highly regarded. I'm arguing on his case. Lohman. All-around numbers into the debatable. Marquinhos, I just don't like him. His price tag suggests that I'm not the only one. In previous years, I was sitting on my own island, not trying to be anti-Marquinhos. I just didn't think it transcended well to the virtual pitch. This year, I feel as if people are coming around full circle. Marta, legend. Please put plenty of respect on her career path. When she receives an icon item upon retirement, it's going to be special. It's going to be marvelous. Think Mia Hamm-esque levels of impact. Martins, yes, I like her a lot. At least the weekend league. Might come back to that. Mbappe needs his own category, and we'll probably build that out. Messi, who's been performing for Inter Miami.
Flicking, Suarez across, Messi, the hat trick!
I'm a little confused. A lot of you didn't like his 88, the gold item. Plenty of you said the inform was more of a specialist. The 90 is still along those same lines. This is dribbling, some of the best you're gonna get. He's got a technical plus, the same with the passing. If you get a free kick or a finesse opportunity, it's all there. He's rivaling the greatest players in the game. I love using him, but for the masses, for the macro, I'm not sure that he's gonna fit into that many people's squads either. You're going to have to build around him, get you some Argentinians. I'm trying to talk my way into rank 1. I think I've done it. That's what's happening. Polish international. No, sir. Mina, 6'5". I'm not saying he's outstanding, but I would not be surprised to see some level of weekend league inclusion. We'll average that out, get a range, and go into the debatable. Muriel's still doing it. You could definitely play him as a starter, maybe more of a spot starter. For the weekend league or off the bench, he is going to be one of those impactful super subs. He has been a walking super sub for about a decade now in the FIFA ecosystem. Nacho, that's going to be a no from yours truly. Ndombele, dumb dribbling. But for a holding mid 76 stamina, I would like better. It would have been nice if he had some sort of playstyle plus. But there's plenty of legitimacy to that item. Some of you might lean him into foot champs. Neymar, I've never seen a hat dynamic image. Tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken. I love Neymar this year. But again, this upgrade, if you did not support the 87 heavily, and many of you don't because his price tag is only 40,000 coins, this version is not going to move the needle that dramatically for the price increases. I just feel his price tag is based more around rarity, the lack of Neymar on the market for this in particular upgrade, as opposed to such a shift in the way that he moves or the way that he plays, something that we've already seen. Rodriguez, if you can find a place for him, the passing, silky smooth, especially for a center back or even a fullback. The difficulty is the lack of size or the lack of pace out wide, but he's a valuable asset on the pitch if you have a specific role, maybe even a defensive winger or wing back. There's something there. Rudder, I like him a lot. Good SBC, would recommend. Marcel Labelle, you know what the ordeal is. Roll the friends intro. Mo Salah, finesse shot, just absolutely incredible. And again, this upgrade's not that crazy, but his 89 is fantastic, and his 90 is more of the same. You know what he's gonna do. You can't stop it. Sterling, I don't know if he's giving me enough. I see the dribbling, but the game has so much chip through ball and knockdown and players recovery, the body type, and his passing's not as pristine. I'm going debatable. This Schwava, I thought she's overrated. Been using her, didn't like it. Swanson to rank 1. She has been an absolute weapon. You do have to pay a little bit on the SBC. You have to have a women's team or getting some sort of links from somewhere. But if she fits into the squad, back and forth, got some weak foot, got some skill moves, got that responsiveness. A lot of the women early doors, nice with it. Chouameni, love him. Midfielder or even as a center back, clear rank 1. Teresa, She's decent. She's okay. Tamori, playstyle plus action with the upgrade in motion. Even at 86, broken feels right. Williamson is so undersized. Like, I can't get past that. I'm sorry. 5'7" center backs are not doing it. Florian Wirtz, some of the passing. Whew, it's nice. I still would like another upgrade or two. Another promo on deck. That's going to happen. Mr. Emery in the middies. All day foot champs. Let's get straight into a review. Can anyone from the Pine get themselves in the debate? I'm not so sure. If anything, maybe I'm being a little harsh on Sterling, but I don't feel that he fits the meta very well. That said, I still inched him into foot champs. I've made a correction. Don't sleep on this Guerrero. Iago Aspas, I think some of you might have higher up. Rudder could also be in that same sort of give or take. Emery, good to go, clean and crispy with a lot of those touches. If anything, let me make a couple additional categories and we'll see if anyone has to move from champs or if this is just feeling right. Mbappe needs his own category because there's nothing I can say. The guy is just next level. He will be end game even at a 92. Normally I do a top 5. I'm going to make this more of a top 3 just to create a better degree of focus point if you're making the pickup. As it stands, Ronaldo is one of the best strikers in the game, and that's just so undeniable with this 89. I'm going to prioritize him, but I'm just not dealing with Salah well. Even though his upgrade on this version isn't crazy with the stats, EA's just giving him something extra with the new patch. We'll leave that here. These are my closeout choices. Let me know in the comment section. As always, we can go back and forth and have a lot more content coming out ASAP.